today we just said before that we received this really brand new train set from Hornby.
Wow.
And it's very special. It's lots of innovation into this one.
Yeah, this just arrived, literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is we've been waiting on this for quite a while because there's been a lot of news about this one. So at first glance, it might look like a standard Hornby train set, but this has a really interesting brand new control system that Hornby's just developed, and we're going to open it up and have a look.
Yeah, it's got this big box unit thing. That looks interesting.
Definitely.
And there's
that must be the controller.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's what they call the HM6000.
HM6000.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Right, it's big. It's huge. Sounds very huge. Very big.
But the yellow packaging, a little bit different from the normal Hornby with the red. So this signifies that this has the new control system.
Okay.
And how this differs from their old analog system is that this is actually controlled from your phone.
All right.
So you can sync a smartphone up to this and operate your railway from your phone. You just have to get the appropriate app.
That's right.
And I believe it uses Bluetooth.
Right.
But let's open it up.
Let's have a look.
So I guess this is compatible with obviously Apple and Android telephones. So you just need to jump on the App Store, and download the apps, the Hornby app. Which
thanks, BJ.
No worries. So I've got this here.
All right. So let's jump on the top camera so we can have a good look at this. Here we go.
All right. So we've got the eco-friendly packaging.
Yeah. Here we go. Zooming up.
And it's a lot like many of the other Hornby sets as far as the initial appearance, I guess. I mean, you've got these really interesting paint schemes. You've got Hornby's, I believe it's a Bagnall shunter, 040.
Right.
And we've seen variations of this particular one over the years, but this has got a unique paint scheme. Satellite, I think it's like a fantasy scheme.
Right.
They sort of gave things kind of a sci-fi kind of look.
I think it's a satellite as well because you're operating it remotely.
Like I love
I
love the paint, the topography that they use. It's not typical of what you would have seen on carriages of this vintage, I guess.
No, definitely not.
It's sort of like an 80s sci-fi movie credit scroll sort of.
Yeah, true that.
And what's this? Ooh, Bates Fuels. That's cool. And what's this one? A little tiny open wagon. So you get 3 wagons and a locomotive.
Yep.
And then you get your point or turnout, and then everything you need to make a basic loop.
So this has got a pack A included, so there's an oval with a point, pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. So this already has pack A of Hornby's range of extension packs, and this is the new system. This is the HM6000.
Wow.
It's very minimalistic.
It is.
And you can see where this plugs into the mains on the wall.
Yep.
And then you have your output, 1 and 2. These are we've never actually had a look at one of these before. This is the very first time that we've looked at their new system.
Yes.
So we need to play around with this a little bit and get used to its functionality. But it's really interesting.
It's interesting. It's got the mounts on the bottom as well. So you can either put that either on a board or on your wall. It'd be interesting if you put it on your wall. That'd be really retro looking, wouldn't it?
That's right.
Like that. It just mounts just like that. Yeah. And it's very light.
Very compact.
It's a lot smaller than a standard
controller.
Yeah.
Well, the idea is that you don't need to have it on your board anymore. It can be even installed underneath because it's connected via Bluetooth. So, really, you just control everything from your telephone's way once you're connected.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. You get a pre-made buffer stop, which is cool.
That's a nice touch
for your spur that you get, and there is a driver and a fireman inside.
Some figures.
So there's some figures that require painting, and they look like a steam locomotive crew because one of them, the fireman, looks like he's shoveling coal. Despite the fact that we have a diesel engine.
True that, actually.
So, it's still really cool.
Maybe he was just doing some work on the steam pump.
Yeah. So we'll pop that back. I'll see if there's any documentation that comes with this. I'm sure there is because they'll have to sort of go into detail explaining to everybody.
I'll be interested to see what the 2 connections do.
Yes, yeah, we'll find out. Give this a lift.
There we go. Let me grab it for you. So once again, these arrived literally 15 minutes ago, just before we started the show. So we thought to pull it out and have a good look at it.
Well, they got the big track mat in there as well.
It's a usual track mat, which we're probably going to leave in here.
Yep.
And here, I think, is the quick start guide for. There's actually some testing. Here we go. There's a quick setup guide.
Ooh,
Here we
neat.
go.
Very straightforward.
I would suggest that you probably can have a couple of different loops that we can control with this system.
So, yeah, you're right. Here's the instructions on how to get the app, whether it be for Android or for an iOS.
Yep.
And this folds out. So let's have a closer look. Oh, we'll start with step one.
Step
Step
one.
one.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's a good start.
Getting to know the HM6000. It's a Bluetooth circuit controller. So you have your power indicator, your Bluetooth connection LED.
Yep.
And there's a reset button underneath it. So we looks like you get a special new kind of track connector to connect this up to the power supply. And that's what that interesting new plug looks like it's
Oh,
for.
it makes it easier, doesn't it?
So once you've connected that, turned it on, downloaded the app, and then the transformers located inside as well. Ensure your power LED is solid red. So make sure it's almost like a wireless router kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure that all of the right lights are functioning. You place an analog locomotive onto the track, connected to circuit 1, which is indicated here. Use your finger to drag the speed slider on circuit 1 from left to right until your loco is moving. So there you go. So you have a slider control. Let's
Yeah,
bring this
on
a
your
bit
phone.
closer. Slider control on your phone, and that is what controls the speed. So rather than having like a physical knob or
No,
dial,
That's right.
Yep.
it's all app based. That's really great because you don't
So-
even have to be near it.
So it's got two different circuits.
Yes, you
Is
can
it?
have up
So-
to two different separate kind of loops,
Right.
really.
and operate from the same device
That's right.
and one transformer.
That's right. So
So you got
this
your
is
inner
an
and the
upgrade.
outer.
Yeah. This is very
That's
much an
great.
upgrade to the original one there. You had to have two different controllers, two different power supplies.
Yes.
So now you can control two loops,
Yes.
which, I guess would simplify things from a digital, compared to a digital system and still being able to run a couple of trains.
So let's see the plugging system.
Yeah.
So I guess I put the blank on it in case you're just using it for the single loop that you've got here.
You
And
need
then
to
you
close
can-
that loop. Yeah.
You can always open that up for your secondary circuit. That's nice, isn't it?
Very, very nice.
It's a really
So it's technological yet simple at the same time.
That's right.
it's quite an innovation. It's a really big innovation because the fundamentals of how these power supplies have worked has not really changed that dramatically. I mean,
Yep.
you do get like a smoother pulse with the voltage and everything than you had in the past, but this is like a totally new way of doing it.
Mm.
Yeah, which they've never done before.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So this may become the standard in
Oh,
the
let's-
future at one point.
Let's
Yeah.
hope it does.
Well, they'll be convenient in many ways,
Yeah, absolutely.
'cause you connect everything to your phone and off you go.
That's really neat.
So, very good.
And it's all very straightforward. I mean, it's just as simple as the original systems are put together.
At first look, the interface with the app looks quite neat and clean, so it should be quite straightforward. You select your circuit, your loop,
Mm.
and then you select the direction of your train and select the power up.
Yeah, they've done a good job of making it clear and
Definitely,
concise.
definitely.
And doing things in a new way is oftentimes scary for a lot of people.
That's
so
right.
I know they've given a lot of thought into making that transition as
Making it
easy as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.